This is Tuesday, October 20th, 2020, meeting of the Berlin Board of Health. As a preliminary matter, please note that this meeting is being recorded and some attendees are participating by video conference. Accordingly, please be aware that other folks may be able to see you. Take care not to screen share your computer. Anything you broadcast may be captured by the recording. My name is Paul McKelk, Chair of the Board of Health. Let me introduce the other members and persons anticipated on the agenda are present and can hear me prior to me calling the meeting to order. First of all, the Board of Health members, Sue Regera.
Here.
Robert Wheeler.
Here.
Donna Traylor.
Here.
And we have Leanne Leahy as our facilitator, making this all happen technologically. We have Neil Facile, who we will probably hear from. We expect Bill Brookings. And other than that, I'm not aware of anybody, but that doesn't mean that they will be excluded. With the quorum of the Board of Health present, I call this meeting to order at probably 7:02 on Tuesday, October 20th, 2020. This open meeting of the Berlin Board of Health is being conducted remotely, consistent with Governor Baker's executive order of March 12th, 2020, due to the current state of emergency in the Commonwealth due to the outbreak of the COVID-19 virus. Excuse me. Specific information and general guidelines for remote participation by members of the public and/or parties with a right and/or requirement to attend this meeting can be found on the Town of Berlin website at www.townofberlin.com. In order to mitigate the transmission of the COVID-19 virus, we have been advised and directed by the Commonwealth to suspend public gatherings, and as such, the governor's order suspends the requirement of the open meeting law to have all meetings in a publicly accessible physical location. Further, all members of public bodies are allowed and encouraged to participate remotely. The order allows public bodies to meet entirely remotely, provided reasonable public access is afforded so that the public can follow along with the deliberations of the meeting. Excuse me. While no in-person attendance of members of the public is permitted, every effort will be made to ensure that the public can adequately access the proceedings in real time via technological means. In the event that we are unable to do so, despite best efforts, we will post on the town's website an audio or video recording, transcript, or other comprehensive record of proceedings as soon as possible after the meeting. Ensuring public access does not ensure public participation unless such participation is required by law. The standard public comment portion of this meeting will accommodate limited public comment. For this meeting, the Berlin Board of Health is convening using the Zoom platform as posted on the agenda, identifying how the public may join. Meeting materials. The public is encouraged to follow along during this meeting using the posted agenda unless I note otherwise. Supporting materials that are available this evening to members of the board can be made available to the public by request. Ground rules. I will introduce each speaker on the agenda. After they conclude their remarks, I will invite each board member by name to provide any comment, question, or motions. Please hold until your name is called. Please remember to mute your phone or computer when you are not speaking. Please remember to speak clearly in a way that helps generate accurate minutes. For any response, please wait until I yield the floor and state your name before speaking. If members wish to engage in conversation with each other, please do so through me, taking care to identify yourself. To the extent that our technical capability allows, public comment will be permitted during the public comment portion of this meeting as follows. Attendees' phones and other devices will be muted unless and until they raise their hand and are recognized by me to speak. I ask each member of the public who wishes to speak to identify their name, and I will afford each speaker time to ask a question or make a brief comment. Finally, each vote taken in this meeting will be conducted by roll call vote. With that, we can begin. Bill has not joined us yet. Just a little bit of housekeeping. I know I had talked with Bobby and he had talked to Pete about storing composters in one of the trailer boxes down there. I spoke to Pete in a little more detail about that. And Pete's concern is that he wants to get that container is rotting away and he wants to get it hauled away while it still can be moved in one piece. The roof leaks, the floor is rotted, and he did not think it's wise to put anything in there if in fact we're going to be getting rid of it shortly. So I will follow up with him again on that. I did not, the day I was there, I did not have time to really look at the container to confirm what he was saying, but it is an old container and I have little doubt that his concerns are accurate.
Here comes Bill.
Okay. We'll wait a minute.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Sue.
did you see the latest thing from the Department of Public Environment, DEP, thank you, that they want to ban mattresses and things? That's their latest thing. It was in an email today.
I did not see that. And I
forward that to the two of you if you would like. It's what
yeah, please do.
Here or something. But I didn't see any options of what you're supposed to do if you can't put mattresses in the trash.
So they offered us a trailer once, the state, but you could not charge for them, or you could only minimal. And it was a lot more work, I think, or something like that. But that was that was 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, that was quite a few years ago.
Yeah.
Say where you get to take those mattresses if they can't go with your trash.
Right.
So I'll make sure I forward that out to you.
Yeah, please do. Another little bit of housekeeping. I will be calling BP the next day or two because I believe their pricing ends this January 1st, 2021. So that we're going to be looking at a new, potentially with them, contract and or have to decide, and I need to find out legally if we are required to go out to bid. I think it would behoove us, unless, well, we need to see what their new rates will be.
Yep.
Their service has been good. They've been very cooperative. It's the kind of situation where I'd rather not rock the boat, but
Right.
it's going to be a numbers game. So we'll just see. Evening, Bill.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
What's going on?
How much, Bill?
First thing for you, Bill, did you see the email concerning the Fit Factory?
Complaint?
Yes.
Yeah, I spoke to the manager a couple times and we're gonna touch base again. I spoke to him Friday. He was gonna do a few changes inside the gym.
Oh,
We're gonna
okay.
touch base again this week. Yeah, I tried to, whoever complained gave a false email because I tried to email them back and it bounced back and he left me a voicemail but no numbers. So there's really no way to reach out to him. Hopefully he'll see that changes have been made and that they're making an attempt to satisfy the manager feels he's following the state's guidance, but he may go above and beyond just to satisfy this complainant.
Let me know if you think we need to do a drop-in.
Yeah, I'm gonna recheck the guidance because I know it's always changing.
Right.
Speak to the manager and then we'll figure out if we need to head down there.
I don't know if you saw the latest email, but we're looking at a special town meeting December 5th, and currently the plan is to hold it in the fire department base with the doors open, etc.
December 5th.
Yes, I thought that's what I just said, but yeah, December
Yep.
5th. And
Was-
if, unless someone else wants to, Margaret wants a liaison with the Board of Health, I'm willing to do it unless someone else wants to bump me, and I'd welcome that, but I don't see any hands shooting up in the air, so
I got a lot.
I guess that will be me.
I got a lot going on.
Well, you're not the only one, Bob, trust me.
I know that. I know that.
So that's a Zoom meeting to discuss.
I believe it's going to be a Zoom meeting. I will keep you informed, Bill.
Yeah.
They're looking for dates and times. I got an email. I'm going to respond to Margaret tomorrow, and as soon as they pick something, I'll let you know in case you're available.
Yeah, and this is to discuss how it's going to be laid out.
Right, logistics,
Yep.
safety things, and
Mhm.
all the
Now,
protocols.
Was the last town meeting inside or outside in Berlin? I
Outside.
forget.
The annual
Outside?
town meeting was outside. This
Okay.
one will be inside.
Yep.
And I believe it's limited because of space. Fire and police chief have done a count, and I'm going off memory, so I might be wrong, but they're saying maybe capable of about 125 people.
Yep.
Okay. The factory. There was an email relative to the state revolving fund relative to some water thing. I was going to respond. I mean, we're all on wells, and I don't think we have any participation with what that's in regard to, unless someone can enlighten me more.
You spoke about that, didn't you, Bill?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen this latest email. I don't think it's the RCAP well survey program, because that really doesn't involve a revolving fund that has X slots available for residents of the towns that it covers, and those are filled this round. So hopefully.
No, it had nothing. It had nothing to. It was non-specific. It had said nothing about wells.
Yeah, so I haven't seen that email yet. I don't think.
Okay.
I haven't either.
To the agenda. I guess we'll go to you, Bill. 268 Randall.
Yeah, actually, if I could jump in.
Oh, sure.
We just took care of Oriental City's tobacco permit. You know, that was approved back in September, but I finally got it drafted. You signed it. Just today, I received the application for Riverbridge Shell. So, you know, these are pretty straightforward. I'll draft it, get it to you for signing, but I just like it to be on the minutes that we discussed and approved a renewal of that permit.
Sure. Yeah. And it's that time of year we should be seeing a few more of those.
It is. Yeah, I think we have 9 vendors in town, and they expire October 31st. I usually, you know, by the second week in November, if we're not seeing them, then I send out the reminder letters. Yeah, so 268 Randall Road is a upgrade, and it does need you know, the usual list of local variances. So I didn't know if we wanted to place that on the 11/17 meeting after the hearing we currently have scheduled for Highland Street.
I don't see why not.
That's when we're not having a November 3rd meeting.
Correct.
Right.
And we usually go 2 meetings out with the hearing, so that would be 11/17, and we'll put them down for 7:45 since we already have a 7:30.
Okay.
And I'll draft the notice and get it to engineer and owner.
Okay.
And then the 1870 building, we may have talked about that. Margaret said that the selectmen would like something in writing from the Board of Health regarding that situation. So I've drafted a letter, Paul. I'll get it drafted up and get it over to the office for you and or the board to review and modify as needed before we get it to the selectmen. There's two issues there. We're trying to determine the design flow or the design capacity of that existing system, which is shared by the 1870 building at 12 Woodward Ave and the Lindsay property at 16 Woodward.
Yep.
So that's one issue we're trying to nail down. And the other is the fact that it's a shared system by definition, because again, you've got 1870 using it, you've got 16 Woodward using it, and you've got the third party, the church that owns the property where it is. So there was an attempt to get that all buttoned up years ago by Franny Burke, and it hasn't happened. So this may be a time to take a peek at that.
Small town New England.
Yep. So again, I got a letter drafted and I can get that over for review.
Now, Highland Ridge, have they submitted to any plans to you?
They have. I spent well over an hour today reviewing them, and I have quite a list of comments. The nuts and bolts of the plan looks fine. So I guess the question to the board is, they're anxious to get building permits. I won't issue any until this plan is set. If I get revisions and the plans are satisfactory, would the board consider permits before the 17th? I mean, I'm asking only because I think they're going to ask. They haven't been chasing me, surprisingly.
I guess my response to that is I would wait for them to ask, and then you can get in touch with me and I'll pull the board.
Okay.
And we'll move from there, decide whether we want to schedule a separate meeting or just go for the 17th. But I just think that's a fair process.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, by the time I talk to the engineer and he gets revisions back, I mean, if we're approaching that meeting anyways.
Right.
So be it.
I mean, the size of that project, I don't want to hurry anything.
No, I agree.
It's.
I figured just in case they ask, I'd have an answer for them.
Sure, absolutely.
Yep.
You do get all the wonderful questions up front. So.
Did they address the clear cutting that they did?
What's that?
Did they address the clear cutting that they did? I mean,
I don't know, because that's not our jurisdiction. I don't know who's
That's
chasing that.
Concom, and that was
Planning.
sanctioned.
Yeah.
okay.
I think we still have a buffer around it, Sue, of 20-something acres. It sure does look bare up there, and they have been blasting. But
I know, they wake me up every morning.
You probably feel it too, right?
For construction purposes, clear cutting facilitates a new development, and they'd rather come in and plant trees. Working around existing trees is problematic. It's all about the money. It slows them down, blah, blah, blah. And that's not our jurisdiction, and it was, they were given an okay. So, and that goes back to the Chris Slade days, I believe, when he was the principal.
Yeah.
I did take a walk up in there, and they did stay away from that wet area where the spruce is and all that, which I think was a crucial area towards the border, which I'm glad of, because we don't want it any closer to us than it needs to be.
Okay. Title 5.
Yeah, that is one of those set of duplexes that Mark Rhodes built on Dudley Road, and that was a pass. Again, those are condo the condo systems. They're on a 3-year cycle, so this system was obviously due at its 3 years.
So now we have 8 minutes to fill up.
Yep.
We got new Halloween guidelines I see in an email today. For
Yeah,
co-
if it was from the office, that was just a poster that's been developed. If towns
Yeah.
want to use it, the
Yep, I
guidelines
I
themselves.
forwarded it to Margaret and she had Mary print it out for posting.
Oh, good.
Great.
Because there was conversation about what to do about Halloween, blah, blah, blah. So I just said, run with this.
Yeah, Bolton and Lancaster have not outright canceled it. They're just strongly discouraging it. But if you're going to do it, they're saying follow the guidance, and it's clearly stated on the DPH, or I should say the Mass.gov and the CDC both have quite a bit of information on what should and shouldn't be done.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Great.
Just buy everybody a bag of candy and eat it yourself.
There you go.
Working on it.
I think the selectmen or somebody set up a thing up at the church to do like a pumpkin decorating or something. That's what that stand is. And it's like a distancing pumpkin. I think the selectmen are going to judge or something. But it's a community thing, for the common.
I was wondering what that stair-like structure was for.
Yeah, that's to exhibit them, I guess.
And Paul, what are those big, huge, looks like a huge tree that was dumped in front of 19 Carter?
Yeah, we cut it down before it fell on the building yesterday.
Yeah.
And the neighbor
You're not
wants,
go-
the neighbor wants the firewood, so we said he can have it. He just has to move it. That was
Oh,
a
Joey?
tree, that was a tree that early this summer with a wind gust lost a major limb, came crashing down and trashed the neighbor's deck and grill and other things. And you could see that where the limb snapped off, and it had to be a 14-inch diameter limb, and it was hollow in the center. So I suspected the tree was also somewhat hollow, and we got the tree guy out there, and he thought it would be wise to get it down before winter.
She's a big one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
very
won't
big.
cut that one with your Mini Max 6. Oh.
Yeah, they came in with a bucket truck and crane, and the thing was gone, and
Yeah,
it was down in less than an hour.
that'll little sunlight in there and dry it up too, huh, Paul, in the back.
Yeah,
door?
except it kind of screws up landscape plans because now you have more sun where you were anticipating shade. And, it's just
Yeah,
nothing stays the same. So,
No.
you have to
trees
go
grow
with it.
fast though. You throw another one in there. Was that a maple, Paul? Big maple?
Yeah, that was an old sugar.
Sugar, yeah.
Does
Well,
anybody else have anything new?
other than budgets are coming up, everybody should be thinking about it.
Oh, yeah. Bill and I have both been leaving messages for an attorney concerning a situation here in town.
Yep.
There is concern about an individual's well-being, and the responses have been deafening.
Yeah, Paul, I've daily or every other day, I've logged them back to last week, and the owner I've left at least 2 for. So with no response, I guess we may need to begin to investigate other alternatives, possibly housing court.
Yeah, I left a little bit more of a detailed message. I don't remember if it was yesterday or this morning, perhaps.
Yep.
Really suggesting that the attorney visit their client at his home
Mm-hmm.
to really know what the story is. So,
Sure.
not that that'll happen, but just trying to put the pressure on one way or another.
Yep.
I had actually spoke to him. He spoke to me a little bit about it, Paul, at what would have been voting. And I was trying to talk, a little bit of sense that, that you could, get rid of the ones that are never going to go. And you know, you can't if they're not fixable, you might as well take the money for the, you know, the junk price now. And he was taking it under consideration, and that was about as far as it went. So
Well, did you mention to him at all about getting in the house or just the cars?
no, just the cars is all I
Okay.
got to. I didn't mention getting near the house yet, Bill.
Yep.
Yeah, and I would imagine what that is. I don't know, but
Fundamentally, you're talking to a wall. So, you know, an individual with a lot of denial going on.
Yeah,
It's just unfortunate and sad, but
yeah,
we'll see how it shakes out.
Yep.
Chief Galvin is also calling the attorney. We're hoping that
right.
3 officials calling that might create some movement, but we'll see. There's not much else we can do right now without getting very legalistic.
Mhm.
This is the first. Nobody has any concerns?
No news is good news, right?
Right.
Other than our numbers are rising.
Oh, yes,
That's not
they
good
are.
news.
Wash your hands, wear your mask.
That'll all be gone after the election, right?
Oh, yeah. It's just gonna disappear. We're around in the corner.
I thought that was Easter.
There you go.
My new mantra is make America sane again.
There you
Take that for what it is. I
Yeah.
will not ad lib anything further. Just make it sane again. Because
Yeah, I saw a sign for the first time today. It said "Make America Kind Again." So maybe
Oh, I
that
like
is
that too.
out there.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
We've kind of lost countrywide. We've lost sight of those things.
Yep.
Well, it's a good excuse to stay away from any relatives you don't like.
I guess Saturday's early voting saw about 100 people, one of which was myself up at the
Oh, yeah.
municipal offices.
And how did that work, Paul? You went right in the bottom still, or how did that?
No, you waited outside. You got I'll call it an application. You could fill it out outside, and as one person left, James would let one person in. And
Yep.
you went up to Eloise's office to cast your vote.
No, did you just put it in the envelope and give it to her, or did it go
Yeah,
in
you
the
put it in an envelope and
Yeah.
seal it.
Then we have to open them all
They were
up
doing
and-
that today, and I heard James was talking to some woman who seemed to be complaining, and she says, "Well, it's not an anonymous vote anymore." And I'm saying,
Well,
whatever. I mean,
well, it's just like you're checking them in and out the same way
Right.
with the envelopes.
yeah,
yeah. So, and you can't open them until the day, right?
you know, the sad part is there's been so much
Right.
blather on in the news medias and all that it's very confusing for people,
Yes.
you know. So it is what it is.
We got to be proud of Berlin for the way they do it, and they
Yep.
are so careful on the counts, and they make sure that you don't have 2 Republicans sitting with each other, or,
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
and so there's no fudging anywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
No wives and husbands, no, none of that. It's like, oh my God.
So I've been proud to be an election
Yeah.
worker, just because of how careful Berlin is.
We got the antique box. Everybody's loves that. Ding. It's like the prize fight every time someone puts in a ballot.
Well, I'm sure for a lot of newbies in town that's an experience.
Oh, they love it. They do.
Oh yeah,
It's-
yeah.
It's
I think it's great.
Let's talk with Neil, Mr. Chairman.
There you go.
Are we at 7:30?
We are.
7:31.
Oh, all right.
I will
We'll reconvene the continued hearing for Pollard Road lots 1 and 2. Bring Neil on. And
we have
Liz,
Liz, too.
Elizabeth.
you folks both there? Neil?
I'm here.
Okay, Liz?
Yep,
Very good.
How you doing, guys?
good. How you doing?
All right.
Nothing negative, but maybe this will be the last time we see you for a while.
Well, I hope-
No offense, but that would be really nice.
We got to maintain a little humor here. We got to try. I appreciate everybody's patience, the board, especially you folks, but I think we've been doing this right. So it is what it is. I don't know, Liz or Bill, which one of you wants to jump in?
Well, Liz is the artist. She might as well describe her final creation.
Okay. Miss Dolly Salvador.
You're not kidding. But, well, we pretty much just moved the system out behind the house and pulled the house forward as close as we could to the road. We made it fit,
Okay,
got it to fit. And we're staying away from all the wells. We have only a few requests, pretty minor ones. I can go over them if you want. The
to be official, please do. Yeah.
edge of the primary and reserve are of the excavation are 3 feet apart, which makes the systems 13 feet apart. In Title V that's supposed to be 10, but that's that request. The local requirement is different. And then we have soil testing out of season still, and we're proposing that the well be 20 feet from lot line 2 from lot 2 on Pollard, as opposed to the 50. And that's it.
Say that third one again, Liz, please.
The well is being proposed at 20 feet from the lot 2 lot line.
Okay.
Yeah, so by relocating the system, Liz has eliminated the offset to the Crack Heart well, and also there's no catch basin offsets being requested. So the list is
Oh,
gotten
very
much
good.
shorter.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's really it. That's it.
So Bill, do you have any concerns now?
Not really. Again, it really, I think, eliminates the variances that the board had concerns with. Out of season testing is not a problem.
Yeah, that's not an
Using
issue.
modeling.
No.
The lot line that the well is less than 50 feet to is a lot line within the project. And again, the offset between primary and reserve is only due to the requirement that the board counts the edge of clean fill as edge of system. So
Okay.
that, again, it technically is above and beyond the Title V requirement.
Well, do I hear any other comments? Sue, comment first.
I don't have any comments.
Okay, then we'll open the floor to any motions.
Liz is
Bill,
getting
Bobby, wait a minute.
right
This
in there.
is just for lot 1 right now, right?
Yes.
I propose that we approve the requested variances for lot 1, Pollard Road.
Do I hear a
I'll-
second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all in favor, I'll do a roll call. Sue,
Aye.
Bobby,
All right.
Paul, aye. So it's unanimous relative to that. Lot 1 is good to go. Hallelujah.
Now, Paul, what about lot 2?
Well, I was just gonna ask that same question, Neil. Where are we with lot 2? I need a little update or information, please.
Lot
Liz?
2, remained the same from the couple meetings ago. And the list of those requests were the edge of the excavation of the primary system was 74 feet from a catch basin.
Yeah.
The excavation of the reserve area was 45 feet from a catch basin. Edge meaning the edge of the excavation, yeah.
All right, okay.
Okay.
The proposed well was 34 feet from the lot 3 Pollard Road lot line. And we were testing out, and there was testing out of season.
Okay,
Nothing we did on lot 1 changed anything on lot 2.
okay. The catch basins drain to, is that, am I stating it correctly, that detention pond, Neil, that was built along 62?
Yeah,
That's a detention pond? Okay,
that's a detention pond, yes,
okay.
that's correct. Yep.
Um,
Bill? You-
yeah,
Again, lot two, I think the board was comfortable with from the
Yeah,
very
we-
beginning,
right.
and nothing's changed.
okay,
Um,
And may I make a motion?
you may, Sue.
I would like to propose that we approve the requested variances for lot 2, Pollard Road.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor, and we'll do roll call, starting with Sue.
Aye.
Bobby,
Aye.
Paul, those variances are approved as well for lot 2. Is Donna, I don't know if you can still hear Donna, but Sue, you may want to catch up with Donna to make sure she
Yeah.
gets the information accurate in the minutes, that's all.
Yeah, and Bill, do you still have a copy of, you must have something posted on the board, right? The official variances. that we-
Losing your audio.
Oh,
Yep, you're back.
okay. Do you have a list of the requested variances that you usually post?
Well, that hearing notice has been taken down since the hearing was originally held, but I do have the variance request letters in the file, and I told Donna she can always call me to fill in the blanks on any of the minutes if she has
Right.
questions.
Okay, fine, fine.
It's still an open here. I mean, it's a closed hearing after today and they're all approved, right, Billy?
Yep.
Yep,
Okay.
So I'll sign these permits for the board once drafted.
okay, just let me know. You can sign them and just move them along so they can get going.
Yep. That's what we have been doing.
Right, right. No change there. No change.
You better not make it snow now, Neil, that you approved.
Don't say that, I don't want snow. Even though I work it, but it doesn't
They're,
matter.
they're talking a mild winter so far. We'll
That's
see.
okay, that
Yeah,
I can
it's
build,
okay.
I can build more if that's the case.
Oh, we're gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, there you go.
All right?
Very
Um,
good.
I just,
Thank you, everyone.
hold on one second. Neil, permits will be drafted. Once they are, we'll contact you about signature and permit fees.
Okay,
And Liz, I have just extremely like one minor comment on each plan. We'll talk tomorrow.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
All right. have a
Thank
good
you
night.
both.
Have a
Night,
good one.
everyone.
thanks.
Have a good night.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, bye-bye, good night.
That may be the longest hearing on record.
No,
I think so.
Yeah,
it worked out.
It started in
September, no? Or,
September, I think. Yeah.
I think it was September.
Might have been August.
It was
Seems
August,
like it could have been
actually.
August.
I think it was August. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Actually, I got the hearing notice. It was August 4th was our first, the initial hearing.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Geez, I was kidding about the snow.
Well, it was a grinder, but
Yeah, but
I think we held up the town's end
you sure did.
pretty
Right. And by
well.
doing so, again, they were able to create a better situation for that system.
That's right.
'Cause that option-
If somebody wants something bad enough, they look a little harder.
Yep.
There you go.
It's just human nature, nothing against Neil or any of them, just it's the way life works.
Yep.
Anything new? My God, this is a short meeting so far. And that is not a complaint.
I can't think.
Just to
Just-
recap, Bill, once I know a date on the the planning meeting for the
Yes.
special town meeting, I'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
If visit the Fit Factory, and I may just, stop in there myself sometime.
Yep.
I really should stop at NRP too as well, because I need to find out what they're doing with recycling, which isn't in your bailiwick, but we haven't
Mhm.
gotten any calls, but find out what they're doing. The thought of townhouses down there makes me quiver with fear.
Oh, I
Bobby,
know. Don't seem like there's room there, but,
there's a big chunk of land in front of
yeah,
those. There is.
yeah. That emergency management meeting is still on, Sue?
28th.
It is at 12 o'clock.
I'm thinking about going away, but probably not gonna happen. So.
Well,
I'm just kidding. So.
well, I may not, I might be on an island, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to make it, so.
Okay.
Paul,
Yes,
I got my email up on my phone. As far as those possible dates that are listed in that email, there's 5 dates.
right.
The only one that wouldn't work for me would be this Friday at 9 a.m. because I've already got a full morning booked. But those other days look okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would pass on this Friday at 9 myself, but I will let Margaret know. And
Yeah.
basically any of the other times I think are all right on my end. I just need to double check that. But
All right.
once I talk to her, I'll get in touch with you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Bobby.
Billy, if they were to do the townhouses, would that, how would that system work? Or would that tie into the big system, or we just don't know yet?
I don't know. I heard them talking about it. I talked to Richard, and the system, the treatment plant. I don't know how much over design there is, because obviously residence has a much higher flow than a retail. So they'd be talking to the states, the bottom line on the wells and the treatment plant, not us.
Right. Because 40B is eaten up, so they wouldn't be able to do that, correct?
Yeah, but 40B doesn't affect the flow. I mean, I'm just saying bedrooms are a higher flow than retail. So,
Right.
we certainly wouldn't approve anything building permit wise until we had something printed from the state saying the wells and treatment plant were adequate.
Yeah.
Everybody should keep in mind that the Senies are just going to go for the gold, whatever generates the most revenue for them.
Oh, sure. Yep.
Plain and simple. I mean, they've gotten basically a pass on that, the way things have played out versus the original approvals down there. Everything is morphed into something else.
Right.
So I'm going to say all bets are off, and we just need to stay tuned.
Yeah. They had quite a lake down there the other day, where the loom pile was.
Yeah.
I mean, we got 2 inches of water, but they might have to do some leveling there or pick it up a little, because you could have went swimming down there the other day. But they still have that whole pile of loom to grade.
Slab on grade. They'll take care of it.
Oh, sure. Yep.
Okay. Donna, do you have any questions for us?
I actually lost my internet for a little bit, so I missed when Liz was speaking, and I just
Right.
got back on, so
Well,
I don't know.
between Sue and Bill, they can catch you up with the details for the notes,
Paul?
for the minutes.
Yeah.
Paul, I want to let you know that Margaret is in attendance and she's got her hand up, so.
Oh, she
may I-
does.
May I
Certainly.
allow her?
Absolutely. Margaret can crash.
I'll actually promote her to panelist.
Did she hear what I just said? I mean, that's fine.
Hello.
Evening, Margaret.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Hey,
Hi.
Margaret.
How's things going? Bobby, I'm very, very
Good.
sorry to hear.
Thank
about
you, Margaret, for the note.
I'm sorry I'm late to the party, but I had to go to the Shared Streets and Spaces Community Information Session. So I just wanted to join, say hello, and be here in case you had any questions of me.
I have a question about the meeting you just left. Which way
No.
is, which direction is one way for each of those streets?
Well, the pilot would be central into Carter, and then back down from Woodward out to Central.
262, okay,
That's what the pilot will be, but again, it's a very short-term pilot, and we'll see how that goes.
yeah. That makes more sense than the reverse, just from turning off of 62 into Woodward is not a good intersection.
No.
Did you get much feedback?
There were, I think, 14 people there. So it was, and you know, there were people in the neighborhood. So we
Sure.
we addressed a lot of questions, but it was taped, so you're welcome to look at it
Okay, good. All right.
afterwards. I wanted to, may I ask a question? I wanted to ask a question about a special town meeting, or talk about special town meeting.
Okay,
for-
I will be the Board of Health liaison.
Oh, okay.
And this Friday at 9 doesn't work for Bill or myself.
Okay.
Other
I think
times, fine.
Mary Arata just sent out a doodle poll with some
Okay.
other days and times,
Oh, all
Monday or
right.
Tuesday maybe of next week. So.
I'll take a look at it and let you know tomorrow.
Okay.
Is there a warrant yet, Margaret?
The warrant is open. It doesn't close until November 2nd.
Okay.
Okay, the board just opened it last on the, I want to say the 13th.
Okay.
I
Because
don't even remember what day it is.
Right. November.
Okay.
Okay.
And I probably had something else, but I'm forgetting now, so I apologize. I just wanted to say hi. Sue, I haven't seen you in a while. Hello.
Good to see you.
Been busy when I walk by. I see you.
Am I talking to myself? Probably.
Say you were meeting with June.
We try to believe you're talking to the computer.
Don't tell anyone.
Just-
Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to say. Because of COVID, so we've gotten coronavirus relief funds through the CARES Act, the Federal CARES Act. And Sue had put in a request not too long ago for a Board of Health laptop that Donna could use for the remote meetings.
Right.
That's on its way. And we also ordered laptops for Leanne and Mary because of their Zoom duties. And then they could do so. So they'll be coming in round 2. So round 2 of the coronavirus relief fund just opened. So these laptops will be included in round 2, and any costs that are going to be associated to pull off a special town meeting will be included in that as well.
Okay.
Any estimated time frame on something like that?
The coronavirus relief funds,
Yes.
the drop dead deadline is going to be December 30th. Now we have until October 30th to submit our application for funds in this next round. So we have to try to anticipate anything and
Sure.
everything from now
Right.
till December and
Right.
include it.
But relative to the computers, we may not see them till after the first of the year, likely.
Oh, no, we will. We'll see them before the first of the
Oh,
year.
really? Okay.
Board of
good.
Health computer should be here this week.
wow.
Mary's and Leanne's would be here in the next couple of weeks. Mhm.
Oh, great news. Good. Good.
Because
good.
No,
Dawn
did that-
can't get through a whole meeting without crashing, so.
Yeah, it could be my internet too. So, I don't know.
Margaret, did that CARES Act take care of a lot of our in-building stuff that we had done
All of
already?
it. All of it. It
Terrific.
would only include temporary modifications, and although the doors, the modifications to the doors are probably going to be permanent because we're not going to put the doors back the way they were.
Right.
Those were protective measures that were included. All the plexiglass, the door modifications, all the PPE and sanitizers.
Yep.
We got disinfecting sprayers that we have now. Those
Yep,
were
yep,
included.
those were covered? Great.
Mhm. Yeah.
You can't still put in anything like from us, like for our signs or the box down there, or?
Your signs that you got for the transfer station were included. So those
Terrific.
were, yeah, those were, if you have anything else that you need for the transfer station in this next round, just let us know.
Okay,
Thank you.
Mhm,
Well, that feels good that
Mhm.
we did it and it got paid for, huh?
mhm,
We were worried about that.
mhm.
If-
I was talking with Bill this morning about the possibility of contracting with a COVID, I don't know, a COVID safety consultant to get us through the special town meeting planning and the operations phase of special town meeting, because it might be helpful to have an outside expert consultant help us along with that. I don't know, but I did reach out on Bill's recommendation. I reached out to, what's his name, at Riverbridge at NRP,
oh, you know.
David George. And also I reached out to Bill Garrity too after I talked with Bill.
Okay, the name that
Jim
Bill,
Garrity.
the name that David George gave you is probably the name of the company that is doing the inspections there.
Mhm.
And they transition, I can give you a little background. They transitioned from being OSHA inspectors into COVID-19 inspectors during the summer. And I see the potential issue as being, what are the real qualifications? Who's been in the infectious disease business for any length of time? Because I think a number of companies across the board have jumped on the bandwagon, making masks, making, all kinds of stuff.
So
'Cause-
how expert are these experts? Is that what you're
Well,
saying?
that's the bottom line. That's the
Yeah.
only point I'm making. And they may be fine. I'm just saying, I don't even know how to go about screening that.
Well, it's something that we can talk about at the logistics
Sure,
meeting.
sure, yeah.
So. Okay.
I mean, if you can make the special town meeting as slick as you did the annual,
Yeah, that was,
Man,
there was no uptick in cases 2 or 3 weeks after the annual town meeting. So do that again.
Oh, Sue, the pressure.
just clean your magic wand and be ready. That's all.
Right,
That's right.
right. We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
I
You need
think-
anything else from the Board of Health, Margaret?
I don't, and I thank you for everything.
Thank God for that answer. No, I'm just kidding.
thank you.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Sue says that. Oh, she.
But if
Sue
you do,
hides
you know how to
stuff.
get in touch with us. So,
I do.
You know,
I know
we
where to
we
find
have
them.
Bill is our backbone. So, we're in
Yes,
good
he
stead.
is, and I know. Sometimes I know when Bill is there. Sometimes I know where to find Bill.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Halloween's
everybody.
coming. He may be in disguise more often than not.
All right, have a great night. Thank you for letting
All
me
right,
join
you
your
too,
meeting.
Margaret. Thank
All right,
you.
take care, everybody.
See you.
Okay, Paul. Call it quick.
Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor, roll call. Sue,
Aye.
Bobby,
All right.
Paul, I also. This meeting is officially adjourned.